Good afternoon. How are you? It's been a little while. I've been traveling. I'm excited and I'm here today. I am here today because I want to share a special word with you. I know I haven't shared a word for maybe about 2 weeks or more since I did the challenge, but my word for today is intentional. And intentional means to do something on purpose. Things just don't happen by osmosis. Hey, Coach. Morning, Elizabeth. How are you? You have to be intentional. If you want to get the bus on time and you know the bus comes at 7:15, you can't get up at 7 o'clock and expect that you're probably going to get all your work done, put your clothes on, and make the bus for 7:15. So you have to be intentional, doing things on purpose. 4 years ago, I heard about this event, 10 hours or more from home. A guy I had never met picked me up and we drove all night, got to the venue like at 9 a.m., changed my clothes, and from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., we sat in a training. The information was so mind-blowing for me. Morning, Leanne. Afternoon. The only time I got up twice was just to pee. I didn't eat. I had been awake for 10 hours prior driving to this event. Morning, Zafani. But here I am. I'm hooked because I had just gotten involved in business and they were teaching me these are the things that you need in order to make it, to become successful. So I sat there, I took the information, and I'm excited because 4 years later, which is this weekend past, I actually had an opportunity to go to the same venue, sort of a different event because now it's being hosted by two entrepreneur, multi-millionaire. One guy has made over 22, not to quote numbers, but he's made quite a few million. Morning, Christine, welcome. And now they want to impart what they have shared and what has kept them in the game into us. I got an opportunity to stand up, give my 2 cents, share the impact everything has had on me and just what I've been able to experience. But one word that I kept hearing over and over and over again, which is the word I want us to focus on today. Oh my goodness. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to add somebody. I don't know. How do I do this? Leanne, it's not popping up. And it's like, how do I... One moment, guys. Let's see. How do I continue to be successful? And the word is to be intentional. Hey, Joyce, how are you? How's the weather? How are the tulips? I know you guys had the tulips festival recently. But intentional means to do whatever it is you're doing on purpose. If you have a business, if you have an activity, if you're committed to your health and you're not intentional in getting up every morning and doing 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, if you're not intentional in drinking your water, if you're not intentional in watching what you eat, then you're not likely to get the results that you're looking and expecting. And then we're going to say, well, this doesn't work or that doesn't work. So my word for today is intentional, which intentional, intentional. And it's an idea to navigate towards everything necessary today to impact and offer noteworthy activity to create a legacy. I believe that many of us who are getting into business, I said that and I got chills. Many of us who are getting into business today are not just getting into business because we're not liking our job anymore. We're getting into business. Hey, Charisse, we're getting into business because we want to create a legacy. I want to have my children experience something that I didn't. I want to be able to leave something to my children that my parents, I know, are not going to leave with me because they haven't created a legacy and they don't plan on creating one at all. Hey, Anthony, how are you? Welcome. So we have to be intentional. So we have to have the idea that if the business or the activity that you're aspiring to finish, the goal that you have set for yourself, you need to do two things every day. What are the two things? Are you going to intentionally do it? Are you going to get up every day and say, I am going to walk for 5 minutes every day, even though when you walk initially, your body might seem to hurt more. But in the continuous doing of it, your body is going to start to see the result. The way you're able to move, how long you're able to stay will change. And before you know it, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm walking for an hour and there's no more pain because everything starts to shift and to align. So I want us to remember to be intentional in everything. If your business that you're doing requires you to talk to 2 people every day, one of the gentlemen I was with this weekend, he says if it's 11 p.m. at night and he has not yet spoken to 2 people about his business, he gets in his car and he goes and he buys gas because the gas station is open and there's an attendant there. That's somebody he can talk to. Hey, Betty, how are you? So he is intentional that he does not go to sleep. So get an accountability. Get your children, get your spouse, honey, get involved. Before I go to bed at night, you ask me, did I do the two things I was supposed to do? Did I do 10 sit-ups? Yes, I just got a message here from Christine. She wants to know if it is just for your children, though. What if you want to make a difference to someone's life? Yes, you want to make a difference for someone's life, but at the same time, there has to be something that more connects you to it. Because someone, if you don't have a face for this someone, it's very easy to not do it because there's no face. But if you have someone that, okay, you know what? If I'm going to say, I have a friend and your friend has a name and I know my friend experienced this and what I am doing now can save other friends' family or other people I know from going through that hurt or that experience that I know my friend went through, then yes. Because it's not just to help others now. You have that friend, you have that face, you have what that friend experienced, that now every time you think about that friend and you feel her hurt, you're going to go out and you're going to be intentional to do what you had to do because it's that friend. So it's okay to have a goal aside from just yourself, but the goal has to have a connection to you that makes you want to get out of bed, that makes you want to do the activity, that makes you want to not be afraid, because most of us are afraid of talking to the person next door. You say, hi. Just start with hi. Hi, how are you? And I sit here in front of you, but I'm on the biggest journey and discovery of my entire life. And you can send me some shock faces. Please let me know. But I am just discovering that I'm an introvert. I remember last year when somebody said, oh, I'm like, what do you mean? And when they started explaining, like, when I was home with my sister, I had 2 sisters, my dad and my nieces, I would be quite happy to be by myself, just sitting and reading all the time. Because that's what an introvert, you don't mind being by yourself. But I am a social extrovert. Once I come out, when I come and there's people around, I'm out, I'm involved, I'm here, because I have company. But if I'm by myself, I'm okay being there. So yes, You can have a why or a goal that is someone other than yourself, but it has to be something that has such a deep connection to you that it will make you intentional. It will make you get up. Oh my gosh, my friend's son went through this, and because he or she or her, this person went through this, this is why I have to do this. This is why I have to get up every day and say to someone, hey, I love you. Because we know that people know that we love them, but we don't say it. And we don't give them that hug. And sometimes it may be that day they needed to hear it. They just didn't need to know it. They needed to hear, guess what? Hey, Stacy, I think you're a phenomenal woman. You're a great mom. And I love you. That's it. I don't expect Stacy to have to tell me that I love you. And I think, no, that's just me being intentional in pouring into Stacy and walking away feeling good. Because when I give to Stacy, love opens up something inside of us. Love makes us want to grow. Love is a fertilizer that makes us become better. So today, I want us to be intentional in every activity that we're doing. If it's an activity for your health, if it's an activity for your family, if it's an activity for spiritual growth. Many of us want to experience spiritual growth, and we don't pray, we don't read our Bible, we don't talk to our source or God or that person that we're trying to get spiritual with. How's that going to happen? You have to be intentional in what you're going to do. We want to grow a business. We have to be intentional. What are 2 things that my business need every day in order to grow? My son is 8. And now, once they learn something, you can live for 21 days without food, but you can only live for 7 days without water. Now you should see him drink water like a fish. Because until he learned that, he didn't really. I was away and he goes, Mom, guess how many bottles of water I drink, Auntie? 4. You couldn't get him to drink a glass before. But now that he knows that I can survive without the food, but I need the water, he is intentional in making sure he gets his water. So intentional is an idea to navigate towards everything that is necessary today to impact and offer a noteworthy activity to create a legacy. Noteworthy means it's something that's of substance, something that you're going to make a difference, that's going to have an impact like it says, but it's to create your legacy. Because your legacy is what you are leaving, not just to your children, but to those around you, in your community. For 10 years from now, somebody's going to say, oh my gosh, I remember when, Sharice did this, or when Sharice started her business, or when Leanne did her Facebook Live and just showed me how to do simple activities to get healthier. I love you. I want us to be intentional, because it's only when we are intentional are we able to impact others, to impact ourselves, and to experience growth. Once it starts getting warm outside, the plants that have died in the winter, they are very intentional to push up to the sunlight, up so they can grow. And even though they don't know it, when they do that intentionally, what does it bring us? Many of us, I know for myself, when I walk outside and it's spring and I see something that says life is coming, what do? I smile. It makes me happy. Can you do something intentional today that is going to make someone around you smile? That is going to make someone else around you say, oh my gosh, I can do this. And when you do that, you let others know that they're not alone and it's okay and that they can do it. Because as we band together, I believe that there is an army of entrepreneurial women that is being awoken right now to create a shift that we have never seen before. Like my friend Nakisha Geddes said it so eloquently. She says the men who don't want to join us, they're going to become like BBM. That's the BlackBerry. But us women, we're Samsung and the iPhone. And we are taking over. I love you. Have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for joining.